All right. All right. Now the volume's on. Yeah, quite a handful. Yeah, that's true. um, so yeah, right now I'm redoing. Well, I wanted to remake the dragon I did for a commission. I did for a character. Oh, so I'm doing all my edits on well, my ideas on how I want to remake them in red first, and then I will go back, drop the opacity on the dragon, and actually make him do the fine lines in black. I kind of want him to have like raggedy wings on his shoulders, his back of his shoulders, and his going to his extended to his elbow, touching his elbow. He's more like a walking dragon, like he lost his big back wings and he just has wings on his shoulders and elbows. But I might actually add back wings because I kind of like that element to it. So yeah, but everything's done. When I want to remake a character or stuff, I try to initially do my lines or my idea lines in red, so I can actually see where I want to change and stuff, and not do it in black, so I won't get confused about the line work I'm doing. And when I'm doing commissions and they want me to edit or fix things, this I do the same process. I got it on full screen mode right now, and I am just moving it up and down. Yeah. So yeah, here we go. I don't know how I really want to do his hands, so I won't do his hands. I'll just do in the general area how big I want his hands across to be. So, just kind of drawing the general area where they're going to be at. Yeah, I'm drawing it. I'm using a Wacom Cintiq 13 HD. I really like it. It was worth the investment. When I decided I was going to start doing commission work, I decided to actually just go ahead and invest in my drawing career, and I decided just to go ahead and get a Wacom Cintiq. I saw so many guys that I admire on YouTube, like Feng Zhu. Who? No, I can't get it on. I want it on. I just can't get it on. You know what I mean? Yeah. Okay, so we're just gonna keep on putting the line work in. Oh, have you guys watched the new trailer for Star Wars? I am a Star Wars fanatic, and I really can't wait till Christmas to actually see this movie. It's going to be very good. I like the way that they're going with the storyline, bringing back the old characters. It's better than what they try to do with the prequels. I wasn't a fan of those, but yeah. So let's make this wing a little bit bigger. I want him to look like he's a battered dragon, like he's been just through a whole bunch. So where are you guys from? If you guys don't mind me asking, you guys can just leave a comment and tell me, guys, where you guys are from, and what got you guys into art. Because what got me into art was I was in high school and I was drawing graffiti, and people said like, "Oh, you're a good drawer," and so I used to draw graffiti for everybody. when I was in high school, I wanted to become an architecture. Um, I didn't go pursue that, and came to Alabama. Went to Alabama State. Got my degree in graphic design. Wanted to do logos and stuff. Jobs didn't pan out for that, so I was drawing faces and whatnot. And my wife actually came up to me and said,
"You're drawing portraits of celebrities."
Thank you. Portraits of celebrities. Oh, from Chicago. Cool. Yeah, I got a whole bunch of cousins that live in Chicago. Yeah, I was drawing portraits of celebrities. Actually, like kind of what I did do now. And she said, "Why don't you try to do some characters?" So I started looking into that, and I was on Concept CG Society, but because they changed the name so many things, it was CG Talk, CG Hub. I was on all those, but they actually had a contest called Dominance War, and basically you had to draw your own fantasy character. You were competing with everybody in the world. You get to chit. It was a great learning experience because you got to see all the talent around the world. Everyone could critique each other. It was just pushing and betterment, but it was also a contest. And so I entered in that for the 3 years that they did have it, and I learned a whole bunch about it. And from there, I decided I wanted to actually do commission work. And so my wife researched a whole bunch of different places on.
Before you wanted to do commission work, you were actually working on doing a character concept book.
Right, that's right. Thank you. That's my wife that you guys can hear. Yeah, but I was I did a character concept book of my own characters. It was called the DeadSoul. That's why I use DeadSoul. It's kind of my brand. And DeadSoul to me means DeadSoul art. Anyway, is me taking a piece of paper. Paper's dead. Drawing a character and bringing it to life and giving it a soul. So, DeadSoul, hence the name. But yeah, I made a book with my characters in it, and I really enjoyed making the characters. And from there, we went, and my wife found Fiverr, and I started putting my stuff up on Fiverr to sell, and was actually getting commission work from Fiverr. And with Fiverr, you start off at $5 for per character, and you can work your way up to different levels, and then actually charge more for your characters. And it actually built my confidence up on, wow, people actually like my work. I had, and I still have, 100% rating from all the clients that I did work for on Fiverr. And from there, Fiverr was actually taking, they're the middleman, so they can take a cut. So once I actually build,
You take a profit.
Yeah, they take a profit. Once I actually build my brand and my name, I actually started taking people that would be repeat customers, and I told them just to go to my blog, and I could do the work there, and I'll charge you the same, but actually I would just keep more of my own cut. And really started launching the world of DeadSoul, doing the concept arts from my blog, for payments. And we started looking through search engines. Craigslist is one of the search engines we use the most, and I get commission work from there. And this green dragon you guys see right here that I did is from Craigslist, and I actually did. It was $30 $35 for this one character right here, and I did 6 other characters with it. So a lot of the people that come to me, they buy in bulk because of my pricing. And if you're going to do commission work, make sure that your pricing is actually very good. And you have to make sure you find that market. A lot of people on, Fiverr does take 20%. Yes, they do. They take 20%. You feel it once. If you're, I had got a person on there that wanted a commission, wanted 8 characters. You feel it when they take that 20% from you.
How much were you charging at the time that they wanted your character?
They wanted.
How much were you charging?
I was charging $20 a character when at that time when he wanted 8 characters, and he's actually one of my most devoted clients that I have. And if you go to my website, you'll see his website on there. It's Fort Brazzer, Mr. Patrick Seaman. A big shout out to him. And we're still working together on his project. And I really like making characters for him. He has a good story that he's telling, and it's all a sci-fi story. So I'm into doing sci-fi characters. I'm into doing portraits. I like to be broad with it, but yeah. Okay. So far, this is what I got for the dragon. Normally, I jump around, bounce around, and look at where I think I want to go with it. But I know I want to make his back a little bit bigger, make him seem a little bit older. Reddit is another good place if you're going to do commission work. It's very hard on there to find it, but you can find it. You got to go through all the subreddits and look. But so many people now want free work, and it's just hard going through and looking through countless searches for commissions, and they just want free work. Because most of the time they'll try to hide it and say, "Oh, we're doing a Kickstarter. We'll pay you once we get paid." And you can do that, but you're taking a chance. If you're doing so much work and you're doing good artwork and you know the value of your work, sometimes free is not good. I mean, unless you really truly believe in what they're doing, then do it. But most of the time I just go on to the next one and look for people that are actually willing to pay and actually have a vision that's really set in stone. They know exactly what they're looking for. You can run into people. I've run into people on Fiverr that I've had that would want my work. You actually talk to them and actually chat with them and find out, oh no, they're not. They're going to be a difficult client, and then you just kindly reject them. But I mean, I guess that's just part of life. You have to find people that you know want your work and actually understand what you're trying to do for them, and vice versa. But yeah, so I made his back a little bit bigger. Let's see. I think I'll make the back one. I'm not sure. How long have I been free? I've been freelancing for the past 5 years, and yeah, it's been you have when you're freelancing, you kind of find out there's seasons to it. Is you're doing just like concept art or character design for people, there's a certain time of the year that people actually will come out in groves and say, "Oh, I want this character. I need this character done, et cetera, et cetera. I'm willing to pay this amount of money." I'll just tell you the honest truth. Right now, there's not that many people out there on Craigslist or Reddit or anything that are looking for character concepts. So, um, yeah, with the freelancing right now, it's kind of dry this time of the year.
When it gets into the holiday season, it starts to get dry. People start prioritizing their needs toward not just personal visions and projects, but also family needs like vacations, gifts during the holiday season. So if they have a project in mind, they might hold off on that vision until the holiday season is over. And then concept art commissions start to pick up back up in late February.
Yeah, so yeah, that was my wife. That was this song. She does a lot of the actual ground and pound looking for clients for me, and I really thank her for that because I've been slowly doing it, but it's a tedious task, and she likes to do that, and she's really good at finding clients and finding clients that she would know I would actually enjoy doing work for. And for me, that's the key: just finding people that you know you can actually enjoy doing the work for. I'm gonna work on his legs, make his legs a little bit bigger. Make a broader kneecap. I might actually put a spike on his kneecap. Um, yes, I actually have my I work at UPS at night.
And you no longer do Fiverr.
Yeah, and I no longer do Fiverr. I haven't done Fiverr in
Over a year.
over a year. It's been over a year since I've done Fiverr. It's really Fiverr's getting really saturated with a lot of talent and a lot of people on there. And if you've been on there for a while, they actually start putting your image and what you do on way back on the bottom of the page. So if you're new on Fiverr, your stuff is up front. So most of the people that come on there, they don't like to look through a whole bunch of artists. They'll just see, okay, they got a certain amount of artists up front. Okay, I just pick one of them and just run with them, and that's what they mainly been doing on Fiverr. So it's not if you've been getting 100%, bringing average of 7 to 8 characters on your gigs. You know, people are buying 7 to 8 characters, like $100, 120. They don't really try to keep you up front. They just put you on the back burner and keep other people up there. Yes, I am lucky to have a wife that's wife/manager. She really keeps on me, and she's very good at critiquing my work. She looks at my work. She'll tell me, I don't think that's what they want. Maybe you need to go back and read the description. Make sure you got exactly what they want. And 9 out of 10 times, she's always right. And it really helps me. It really helps when you got someone in your ear that you can just go to, and she can look at it and be like, okay, I like that. No, I don't like that. And she's an artist herself, so uh, it really helps. And sometimes if I get a lot of work, she'll just come in there and say, okay, this is the direction you need to go, and you need to do this first before you do anything else for the client. And then I go about it. But yeah, let me get down to feed. So now I'm working on the legs. Flush it out, make it bigger. Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna put a big old back wing on it. I didn't really like it. Yeah, so this one time.
What you tell them about your background with your maybe your aesthetic or your drawing skills or your pace? Because a lot of people, no critique, just facts. A lot of people move a lot faster when they're drawing than you. So, why don't you tell them about your background with drawing?
Okay, well, yeah, my background in drawing, even in college, I wasn't what you'd call the strongest drawer. I was really good at shading. So even with my work and my work pace and my speed, it's I'm working on trying to build it up and make it faster. But I've never been the fastest artist, with drawing and making designs and doing what I wanted to do for clients and stuff. So, like even with clients, I tell them 7 days, so it gives me enough time to actually do cross hatching. I tried doing painting. I like doing it, but it's not my aesthetic. I really like doing cross hatching. I just like the way it looks, and for me, it's way more natural to do cross hatching for my style of with my style of drawing and shading for me with cross hatching. It hides all the flaws that I have in my drawing style and in the way I draw and stuff. And yeah, but it's a work in progress. Everything's a work in progress. You just gotta keep working at, trying to be better at what you do. I watch a lot of YouTube artists, and I see their techniques, and I'll be like, okay, I can try to do that and stuff, and do the painting and whatnot. But it's really not my style. I'm not really into it, and I think there's so many people that do it, and I like when I watch YouTube videos and you just see someone that can just take a any theme and just draw it and just do it, and they're not worried about, okay, I need to be part of the trend. I need to be everything painterly styled, super hyper realistic, and there's nothing rough about it. I kind of like doing rough work, and even with concept art, if you look at old school concept art, it's really rough. It's not refined. It's an idea. It's initially just putting an idea down. That's what concept is anyway. And but the world of concept art in the gaming world, movie world, and comic books, anything entertainment has slowly evolved to now every most of the industry wants a painterly type of style. So for me, maybe I'll start trying to actually practice more on doing it. If I do the paint, yeah. If I do if I do the painterly style, I'll probably do my line drawing and the initial base tone of the character in Photoshop, and then go to Painter and actually use the blend tools and all the airbrushing that they got over there, and actually paint it over there. Bring it back over to Photoshop, and then add, overlay, do all the dramatic things that they do, overlay, color dodge, and make it look like the industry.
Have you
standard.
tried color dodge as of yet?
No, I have not tried color dodge yet, but there's a guy I watch on here, Ross Draws. He does color dodge and stuff, and yes, I have thought about creating my own comic book. I'm actually in the writing stages of it, and it's going to be based off of my oldest son and my daughter, but based in the futuristic sci-fi futuristic world, and but I've been working on it and working on the concept ideas and stuff like that. It's still a work in progress. I did not know how. I give kudos to all the comic book writers out there. It's to come up with the stories that they do and how they build up the stories and stuff is quite amazing to me. And I just thought it was like, okay, you could just come up with a quick little story and think about it, but no, you actually got to build up the story. It's almost like, well, it's basically writing a book and then putting images to it. But yeah, I give them mad kudos for doing how they do it and stuff like that. Especially with the writer for Walking Dead. Like, wow, his thought process and his just the way he thinks is pretty amazing. And then how they take those initial ideas and make it into the show is just, wow, that's amazing. I haven't watched the new season yet, but I just caught up with it on Netflix and watched the last one. It's pretty.
There's another season now?
Yeah, there's season 6.
Wow.
Yeah, you love Ross. Yeah, Ross is just amazing artist. You can just watch him and how quickly he does stuff and how quickly he comes up with concepts and how quickly he moved up on YouTube is quite amazing. But
have you seen him on YouTube from the beginning? Have you followed him from the beginning?
Yeah, I followed him from the beginning.
Okay, so you know his. Okay.
Yeah, I followed him when he first started, and he just blew up. But yeah, he's a super talent. And
YouTube is a new world for artists as well. It's not just. If you want to get away from, not to say that YouTube artists don't do commission work, because YouTube does bring a lot of commission work to artists. But if you want to do your own thing and not be concerned with adjusting your talent, your skill, your even days and nights to somebody else's vision, and just doing your own thing and liking having other people like your work. YouTube is a good way to be able to express yourself or to be able to show and share your work.
Exactly. I agree with that all the way. I mean, I think it's like the new frontier for art. And if, like, I watch Leilani Joy, her work is good, and she gets major amount of commission work off of her channel, just displaying her artwork. And I think that's the key thing is advertisement. And, advertising your work, letting everyone see your talent. And just, if you can grab an audience and actually, let them know, hey, I'm here. And they were like, oh, okay, well, I really like his work. It's what I want. I can see him doing my character. I can see him doing my portrait. Then you have a conversation. Basically, your artwork becomes a conversation through a video that can go viral and then make it very popular. Look at Ross. He's just, his stuff goes viral, and he does the Patreon within the next week of when he came out, and people are just saying, I want to give you money to support you, what you're doing in art, and I just enjoy watching you. So, YouTube has definitely helped out a lot of artists. It really has. And even on DeviantArt, when I went to DeviantArt, there was one person I really liked their work, and that was Adonis, or Last Man Standing. That's his IP. And
his real name is Dan.
I can't say his last name, but it's Dan Levinas. Levisi. Thank you. It's Levisi. Thank you. Dan Levisi. And
we might be pronouncing it wrong.
But he's an amazing artist. And when you do actually read his comments and read what he thinks about the industry and actually see his struggles with getting his IP off the ground, it lets you know how hard it is, even as talented as he is, to make waves in the industry. But his IP, he finally got a director and stuff, and he's finna actually get the movie going. So, but when you read comments like him from him, and you see his struggles, and it kind of lets you know the lessons of what you want to do for an IP, what where you're gonna, what type of direction you're trying to go, if you're trying to go in the same direction as him. I think that's why YouTube's so wonderful. You can look, you can listen to people, you can actually see, okay, well, they struggled at this, and this is their roadblock. Well, make sure hopefully I don't have the same roadblock as them, and if I do, well, I can go back and watch their video and see what outcome they had to get out of that roadblock. And I kind of like it from YouTube. Okay, as you can see, I'm pretty much done with the idea of what I want for his head and his body, but I like to work on the head first, so I'm going to go into the head. But as you can see, I kind of work I'm not super fast paced.
Especially when you're talking.
Yeah, especially when I'm talking. One thing I know that I got to start doing, well, right now I'm on here doing live, but when I'm doing commission work, when I'm doing my own work, I got to turn the internet off. Because you can just internet search, you can look up a whole bunch of ideas from people and get caught up in doing that instead of drawing. So, yeah, that's one thing
it also takes away from your the natural ideas that come out of you as well. So it's a good thing to reference other people's art. It's very inspirational at times, but also it can be a artist block as well. you can see somebody else's idea and think, oh man, I should have did that, or oh, I could have did that, but I just saw it now.
Right.
You know, so sometimes it's best to not reference other people, not look for inspiration, but just try to come up with something from within.
Um, yes, I'm working on the notes right now. Trying to, yeah. So yeah, now I'm working on the horn, and you know, lately for me, I've been trying to add more detail to my characters and whatnot. Yeah, but I've been trying to add more detail to to my characters and actually give them a story more. And I've seen a lot of artists do that, and for me, it's I really want to start getting into that and actually adding detail like that. But also, I wanted to say, fighting mates. I hope that you do watch the this live stream because I hope I answered your questions about commission. I know I was supposed to get to it a while ago, but now I got to it. So I just hope that you do get to see it, and I hope hopefully I answered your questions on it. But also back to the detail thing. I really wanted to work on um, adding more detail to my characters. And probably the way I'm gonna have to start doing is through line, um, because I like doing cross hatching. So it's something you gotta work on. But I think if you don't try to work on improvement, you'll never become a better artist. I don't think there's no artist out there that can say they're complete because there's always something you can actually work on. Even the great ones like Fang Zhu and I just had his name in my head, but I just lost it. But yeah, but mainly like like Fang Zhu. I really like his stuff, and I really
Even though he's perfect in our minds, he might not be perfect in his own mind.
yeah, exactly. Like I'm sure he has so many things he'd be like, no, I need to work on this and that and this and that. But the way he does stuff is so effortlessly. Just it was like he's just walking on the paper, just goes from one end to the next with no problems. And to me, that's just super cool. I want to get to that point where I can do that with my line work, and I can just do that with my drawings. And I can have more confidence in my line work and in my drawings that I can move faster. I think I have hesitations on how fast I should go and whether or not it looks good and whatnot. So I don't be moving fast, but I gotta move faster. Even my wife said I gotta move faster. It, if I move faster, I probably could actually probably do better and actually make a comic book and actually push out something that is my own and have pride and joy in. And I think a lot of people have it. Yeah, I know. It's like six there. Yeah. um, Yeah, yeah. Norway. Well, that'd be a place to go see. Um, but yeah, draw tinsel. I really liked your Medusa speed painting you did, and the way you did it. I really like looking at people that just go out and just do art. And I like I wanted to say I really like your princesses, your Bella princess drawing you did, the line work you did on that. I think that was like just super cool. Um, but yeah, I'm into. If there's an artist out there that comes up to me and said and comments on my work and stuff, I go look at their work, and I like looking at videos. I really do. I like it inspires you and makes you be like, oh wow, I like this. I like doing that. I like this. But yeah, I mean, I just like your line work. You really have a nice line work, and I like that. I like that a lot.
The bell.
Yeah. Uh, but yeah, I mean, I think I think so many people when they're drawing and stuff, they don't. So many people don't even know how talented they are, or the potential that they have to blow up and just have so many people look at their work, or even sell their artwork. I think so many people get caught up in, well, they're not like the Adonises or they're not like Ross, and they lose that confidence in themselves, and they don't realize that they can do the same thing as them. And some of these guys don't even try to do commission work or be looking for commission work. They just get it, and if you work hard enough, you can be up there right along with them, just getting commission work. There's people offering, I want to see this. I want you to draw me this. Can you draw me this? How much would it cost for this? Um, right now, I have someone from Chicago that's gonna wants me to do their book cover number two, number three. I did their first one, and their ideas are. I just love their idea. His idea for his second book cover, and for me, when I get a repeat client, it's to me that's just super cool that they had so much faith in me for the first with his first book cover, and he enjoyed the outcome of it. That he said, "Okay, I'm just going to come back to you, and I know you can do it, and I know I barely have to come up with the idea. I know you're going to play off of it and just build up on top of it." Yeah, I definitely will get an Instagram account. I am still old school. I do not have a smartphone. I don't have internet on my phone. I do have a tablet, so I know I can do Instagram on there. So I'll probably just set up an account and have my artwork on there. But yeah, I got to get with the times and get me a smartphone. So I just had no need for the internet and stuff. But I see now more and more you need the internet. And yeah, so I'm working on the eyes and really trying to work on more detail in the eyes. I I've noticed that I've had in with a couple of my drawings that I've been doing myself, I've had a lack of detail and stuff, and there's not enough work in it. So as you can see, I'm just working around the eye, trying to add detail with line work, And yeah, I finally got onto Twitter, and I see Twitter's been dying out, and everyone's going to Instagram. So I really, with social media stuff, I gotta keep your ear to the wall and just keep up with what everybody's trying to do. So yeah, I definitely got to open up an Instagram account, because probably by the time I open up an Instagram account, it'll probably be done and there'll be something else out there. So I don't want that.
Does he have his Instagram account attached to his YouTube, on his YouTube page?
No.
Oh.
I'll say the same thing for you too. Like, do you have an Instagram account with your work on it? So I'm trying to make bigger teeth and focusing on somewhat of a story of what I think this dragon is. Oh, you do? Can you put it up? I would love to look. You got your artwork up there?
You mean does he have it attached to his YouTube? Underneath the YouTube banner, a lot of people have their Instagrams underneath their on their YouTube page, underneath their banner, have their the link to it. Oh, okay.
Yeah, I know that.
I think he says he's still trying to find his niche, or his he has a particular style already.
Yeah, he does.
But I guess he's trying to figure out what his concentration would be, or his specific passion, what specifically he wants to do.
I definitely like your banner and your phrase under it, drawing with different utensils. Yeah, I know it's not attached to your YouTube. I really like that saying. I think you should, if you did your Instagram, it should just be with all your different utensils, just showing off your work. Because I think you have a variety of work. I mean, you're doing inking with the Kung Fu Panda, and that looks super cool. I like that one. I know I'm gonna let my daughter see that tomorrow because I know she loves Kung Fu Panda. But yeah, I think you should just have all of it up there for the world to see. And like I know if I have one, I just want the world to see that I can do a variety of different things. And but I understand what you're saying though. About not knowing uh, what do you want to put on there. I never really thought about an Instagram until you actually had commented on there talking about with the cookie video to actually do an Instagram and put it up there and then link her name with it. Um, to get views and to actually get people to see my work. I never really thought about doing that. And I never really thought that you could do that with Instagram anyway. So
Let me ask you this, because I have a question for you.
uh
As an artist, why is it important to you that people see your work? What is it about? There's a lot of repetition in wanting people to see your work. Why is it important to you that your work is seen? Why is that significant to you?
I think for me, I want my work to be seen. I mean, because I think even with most art, I think just overall, like in art, there should be like it's a expression of yourself. So for me, like I can conversate with people, but I like to. I don't want my art to speak for me, and I like to show. I want the world to see my art. I want. It's kind of like being egotistical in a, in a way. Like you want people to see it. I kind of want to see what people view of it is, whether they like it or they don't like it. Like like I know one thing I have to work on is my own self confidence in my work. To just say I don't need to get this critique from someone, or I don't need someone to say it to me. But yeah, I mean, yeah, along those lines. Like I want people to see it and be like, wow, I like it. But right now, for me, with art, I want people to see it so they can actually come to me and say, I want to commission work from you. I like to get my art, I want my artwork out there for the world to see. And then I want the people that actually have my commission work get something done by me to be proud to say, oh, Chris Shannon did my work. Go to the world of DeadSoul.blogspot.com, get something done by him. He'll do a good job for it. Like right now for me with art, it's about promotion. Like I want to build a business with it. It's not just a hobby. I want it to be more business-like, a business venture. Exactly, like a singer, they want their voice to be heard. Exactly. I mean, Beyonce didn't want to just sing in her, in her house at the window. She wanted her voice to be heard. And I mean, Picasso, Leonardo, all those guys, they had their works everywhere. They wanted it to be seen, and they wanted people to see their talent. And I think that's with everything in life. Everyone wants to be seen somehow doing their own talent, what they're talented at. A plumber comes and he might be good at working with his hands, so he comes and fixes your stuff. He's showing his talent. Yes, he's getting paid for it, but he's actually showing a talent. Do you get what I'm saying? Like a baseball player hits a ball, he's showing his talent.
So are you saying that, like, as an artist, part of you wanting your work to be seen is wanting your work to be needed, or your art to be needed as well? I mean, to create a need for your art, to have a reason to do it? Is that part of it?
Somewhat, but not.
I mean, would you continue to do it? Would you continue to create art or concepts or character concepts if your internet was blocked, if you had no way of connecting with anybody else, would you continue to do it?
Yeah, because it's something I enjoy doing. It's something I enjoy doing, and um, whether someone's watching or not, I'll probably still be doing it. Because
Okay, let me ask you this right here. At one point, when drawing was just a hobby for you, before you learned that anybody was interested in your work, anybody valued your work, especially for a monetary price, for a monetary value. If you had never discovered that within this 5-year period, if you hadn't discovered that, you hadn't discovered Fiverr, you hadn't discovered Craigslist commissions, if you hadn't discovered Reddit commissions, if you hadn't discovered other sites, and you had never experienced anybody else valuing your art monetary wise, would you still be? Do you think at this point you would still have created the amount of work you've created up to this date, or also do you think you would have continued to create character concepts? Because I know that when you're doing the dominance war, you kind of became discouraged. You kind of became discouraged about not receiving, not being on the, top level, being able to receive grand attention, and kind of being drowned out by all the fantastic artists. So do you think if you never seen your value in anybody else's eyes, would you continue to do this?
I think that's a good question. I think I would still do it because I think once you find something that you enjoy doing, you're just gonna do it. That's why it's called a hobby. Even if there wasn't any money coming from this, I'll still be doing it. Even if I didn't.
Well, the time taken up,
Yes, it does take a lot of time. No, but I'm saying when I did have free time,
mm-hmm.
I still doodle, and I was still, draw on my own
mm-hmm.
when I have free time to do it. You know what I mean? But yeah, I hope I answered that. Yeah, so I would still be doing it. It was just, at the time when it was Dominance War, yeah, you get frustrated, and you see all these people around you, and you're like, wow, there's thousands of people on here that are doing it. Can I even make it into it? You know what I mean? Into this field? Can I even get a job in it? Can I even get commission work out of it? Like, you're stepping out into the deep beyond. You're jumping into the sea of sharks, and you don't even know if you're gonna, make it with the big fish. You know what I mean? But it doesn't hurt to try. You get what I'm saying? Like, a lot of people get stuck on that what if. What if this didn't happen? Would I still be trying to pursue something? I think everybody wants to pursue something more than what they got. There's always someone doing that. Look at Apple, look at all these companies and stuff, and how they keep on. They have a product that's good, but yet they keep on evolving each year. They keep on pushing it further each year. Like, it's human nature to go further, to move further along, to actually evolve or push something even further along. Yeah, I'm almost done with this head piece. How I want it. probably done by 12. Be done with the live stream. So 20 more minutes, and I'll be done live streaming. I'll probably continue to work on this, but be done live streaming. But one thing I did learn from Dominance War is that you could be very inspired by other people, and a lot of the guys that were professional on there that were actually working for companies, but they were doing this on the free time because they just like to do it and compete with each other. A lot of them were telling me when I would ask them for advice and stuff, they would say, reference. Look at dogs, look at creatures, look at different creatures, look at people, look at anatomy. How long does it normally take me to finish a character?
I mean, you don't. I'll say this: you don't have a private office yet, so we don't send our kids to daycare. We have a 9-month-old currently, and a 3-year-old, and we have a 5-year-old who just started school in September. So they're very distracting. You don't have a private office, but you're persistent. So we'll give you some slack for that. But as far as meeting your deadlines for commission work, you always meet your deadlines for commission work. But as far as how long does it actually take you to draw a character, how long is that, Chris?
It's I say about from normally if I'm doing commission work, I do a sketch on paper. That normally takes me about an hour or two just to come up with the idea. Then drawing it on the computer, that takes about a day, without, with distractions and stuff. I'd say about probably 4 days, 5. But sometimes I stretch it out because, like I said, I'd be roaming the internet. If I didn't roam the internet and I just actually turn it off, I used to be able to do it.
Honestly, used to be faster.
Yeah.
You used to be a lot faster.
Yeah.
We've had more children.
So I would say about average 6 days, but I used to be real fast. I used to
6 days now.
That's I'm stretching it.
That's
stretching it. It's probably about 4 days, 3 days. But I used to be able to do it.
But that's not 4 consistent days. That's not hour to hour. That's as far as hours of work, actual time spent, hours. How many hours does it take you to finish a character concept? Hours, just hours. The hours that you're actually working.
Okay, let's see. I'll say hours actually working on a character, probably I want to say like 20 hours.
Depending on the character.
Depending on the character.
Depending on the...
Yeah, depending on the character. But that's about 20 hours. Work time to finish a character. That's from start to finish. I really haven't done one single character in a while for commission work. For a person, normally it's been like 4 or 5 characters
simultaneously going back and forth between 4 characters.
So it's about like 20 hours, and I can do about 4 characters within the 20-hour work cycle, but that's not 20 hours straight, but that's, with days in between, but it's about 20 hours.
And also, his Photoshop cuts off on them. Sometimes, what happens to your?
Oh yeah, it's been. I got a Wacom Cintiq 13 HD, and I got Photoshop CS4, and if my file gets to go to about 1 gig of memory, the RAM will kick off and it will shut down Photoshop. If I'm saving, it'll shut down. So I have to be very strategic when I save, and it'll delete my work. So sometimes I'll work on a character for a commission work. I'll be almost halfway done, and Photoshop will just turn off and delete. And I have an Apple on iMac, and when it cuts off, it cuts off. It just, nope, you can't get your file back, or the file will be corrupt, and then I have to start all the way back over. And it's done that a lot more lately in the last 2 years, since I've gotten the Wacom Cintiq. I don't blame the Cintiq, but I need more RAM for the computer. That's basically what it's coming down to.
So Inktober is almost over.
Yeah, it is. I have not done nothing for Inktober. I guess you can consider it as an ink. No, not really.
Chris said it's definitely not.
No, I'll just play. I'll just play. It's not ink.
They should come up with a new. I really enjoy Inktober, watching everybody, even watching YouTube artists that don't usually or don't work with ink on a regular basis do some work for Inktober and using ink. I enjoy watching those videos.
Yeah, I've been. Someone else told me that too, to start doing that. Make sure that I save frequently. Yeah.
Another good thing, besides saving frequently, a good thing that we actually come up with is to preserve his work is to also save one file as an alternative file or as a file under a different name. so that if that file does become corrupt, he can go back to the other file, and he might that file might be a couple hours behind the other, or might have less progress, but at least the work won't be completely deleted. And of course, saving on a
Jump drive.
jump drive.
No, just add the wing.
Yeah, I think you should make a video about commission work with credit, please get into more detail.
Yeah.
I mean, are you moving beyond the commission work on Crescent, or are you?
I think for me, with the commission work and all that, I still want to do it, but I kind of want to build. Now I realize that I kind of want to build an audience like on YouTube and kind of do like drawing what Jazza does. He still does commission work, but he's more focused on his branding of his own self. Like self promotion gains you bigger commissions, and then you can do more bigger permissions. Oh, what time do you sleep? Let's see. I sleep about probably 3 o'clock in the morning, maybe 4. Get up about what time? Get up about 6, 6:50, 7 o'clock. Get the children ready, and then take my oldest son to school. So yeah, I go to sleep about 3 o'clock, and if I'm drawing, sometimes I'll probably go to sleep about 6. I work at UPS at night, so it's from 5 to 10. It's consistent, Monday through Friday. It's just 5 to 10. So I get sleep in, but if I'm working on commission work, I might not, sleep for that day. During the night. I really like to work at night. I'm more of a night owl, so yeah. Sometimes I don't sleep at all. I just work.
Or sometimes, what's the alternative? What do you do sometimes?
Oh, yeah. What my wife is saying is sometimes what I do, I'll sleep work. As she says, I will be at the computer. I'll have the pen in my hand, and I will be just drawing and won't even know I'm asleep. And then she'll say, "Are you asleep?" No, I'm not asleep. Yes, you were. You were just drawing without even with your eyes closed. So yes, I do sleep draw, as they say. So as you can see, the line work's I'm getting more detail on the line work. I'm trying to put more detail in the ribs and the rib cage, and you can see where the chest meets with the bicep and the shoulder. Shoulder blade's a little bit bigger. You can see this is the commission work over here, the green one. And now look at what I got for this strain right here. And you know, it's just all about building. But what I'm going to do right now is add one thing just to let you guys see uh, what the base color will be. You know, I'm kind of going with this brown reddish thing, kind of like he's a earthy type of dragon. That's what I'm trying to go with. Really, I want to dabble in doing cross hatching with different brushes. I haven't done it yet, but I think I'm going to start doing that and seeing what that looks like. But I'm thinking about like this brown tone um, for his body, something along these lines. We'll see. Was always good to figure out what colors you want to use. I have some clients that I ask me, okay, what colors do you think this character should be? What color this character should be? And you know, they don't give you much to go off of, so you kind of have to figure it out yourself. But I like doing that. I like figuring out what to do. So I think I'm gonna do this earth tone for his body, and then his underbelly will probably be like this orangish tone right here, around his midsection in this area. So they're gonna be this like this. For me, with finding energy to draw, it's basically just I call it the artist groove. You know, you get when you start looking at um, what you're drawing and you like the direction it's going, and you like the feel of it, you kind of just continue to draw, and then you really don't even pay attention to the time. I just call it the artist zone. You get into it and you get so involved in what you're doing. You like the direction. You just keep drawing, and time just fades away. And I think you know if you look at some of the grandmasters and stuff like that, a lot of them had uh, you know interns or assistant artists that would do the work, and they would do it hours on end. And even Fang Zhu said, like, he has to set a time limit on how long he's going to draw, because he said sometimes you can just get so carried away in drawing that you forget about the time, and you just get an energy boost from whatever you're drawing. And if it really follows into the category of what you're passionate about, then you just draw. Um, I'm 29. I say more lately I've been on the tired end. Getting tired. You stay up so late for so many days, you kind of burn yourself out, and then you just fall asleep and you just go to sleep. But yeah, I do find I get an energy boost, and playing with the kids and having fun with them, it definitely boosts your energy and makes you happy throughout the night. And then when I get off of work at 10, I come home, they're up, and they say, "Hey, Dad, love you," and they be waiting for me at the door. It just boosts your energy. And then if I do have commission work, I just kiss them, hug them, help my wife put them to sleep, and then I just start drawing. But yeah, I do find energy elsewhere, but I don't really like that brown. I think it's actually it mutes them. I want the red, but I don't want that brown. So yeah, he looks tan. I think I'm gonna go with that maroonish brown. I mean maroonish color, or actually I kind of like this. I'm going with this orange. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, that's the color. So yeah.
Should do a more of a pasty, nasty color.
Pasty nasty color for the chest.
Yeah, pasty color, nasty. More sickly, not so tan.
Color,
yeah, I'm more really more like that.
It can look like that.
Yeah, but it has like has somewhat of a blue hue to it.
Like that.
Yeah, that's better.
Yeah, as you can see, my wife is telling me what she thinks of the dragon so far, where direction I should go. So I think I'm just gonna go with those color choices.
He said good night. It's an early day tomorrow.
Yeah. Okay. Have a good night. Thank you. Yeah, I was supposed to end the live stream already. But thank you for watching, and thank you for writing your comments and asking the questions that you asked. And I'm really looking forward to seeing your drawing too, by the way, in your next video. So, but have a good night.